Hello students, myself Jatinder Sharma, your teacher of hospital and clinical pharmacy. Today we will start with 7th lecture and today's topic is procurement of stores and testing of raw materials. Stores are defined as sub-organization in an hospital where materials obtained are held in when still inspected, approved and stocked. A store should have a standard specification of materials and there must be a simple method of accounting the material. There should be regular flow of material to various consumer departments. The conditions of stores should be proper and hence a properly designed store is needed. Layout. The pharmacy store should be preferably located on the ground floor close to pharmacy. Adequate storage facilities should be there so that the drugs, chemicals, biological etc. do not get deteriorated by moisture or heat. As you can see in this slide, there is a layout of a store. In this, it is properly shown that how storage condition should be there, cell should be there, tables for employees. An ideal store should have two entrances, one for receiving the articles and other for issue of materials. Generally, racks are used for storage of material made of angled iron, having partitions. Costly items are stored in closed bins. The height of racks depend upon the height of ceiling and should be above two-thirds the height. Since large number of products are to be stored in the store, a definite location code is to be followed in order to identify the product or material placed in the store. For this purpose, analysis is carried out after studying their inventory like FSN, fast moving, slow moving, non moving, HML, heavy, medium, light material. According to the above mentioned categorization, fast moving materials are placed near to the issue exit, while non moving articles are placed far from the exit. Similarly, heavy items are placed at the bottom and light items on the top. Nowadays, records are maintained using bin card system. A ledger or a bin card has four codes like 1, 2, 3, 4, one panel, A5, B3, 2 row, 3 rack, 4 bin. This means panel A, 5th row, rack B, and bin 3 materials can be entered either in ledger or bin cards in alphabetical order but this may cause problems as a number of days are known by different name. They may be categorized and stored depending upon their therapeutic effect. To avoid pilferage costly drugs, Schedule X drugs should be stored separately under lock and key. Drugs in the stores can be arranged in the following manner. Number 1, capsules, tablets, liquid dosages, form and injection, etc. Number 2, biologicals, antibiotics stored properly in refrigerator. Number 3, narcotics and cytoporic substances stored under lock, go and key. Poisons stored in separate locked rack labeled as poison. Number 5, alcohol and alcohol containing preparations. Large work items on bottom. Special attention should be given to storage of drugs which are required to be kept at low temperature for retaining their efficiency. Drugs which are required to be stored between 2 degree to 10 degrees Celsius cold storage includes vaccines and other thermo label products. Number 8, drugs like antibiotics, vitamins, liver preparations are required to be stored at cool temperature 15 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Procedure for procurement of drugs and supplies. Generally, hospitals have their own budget on yearly basis to purchase materials for stores. In large hospitals, purchasing is done through hospital purchase committee, but pharmacists must be prepared to reject purchases not meeting the required standards. He is responsible for quality of drugs dispensed to patients. The Pharmacy and Therapeutics Committee appoints the pharmacist to set up adequate standards for the purchase of quality drugs. Procurement of stores is generally done by following sources. Medical source department. First is medical store department. Second is Directorate General Supplies and Disposals. Third is direct from wholesalers and manufacturers. Fourth, by inviting tenders. Fifth is emergency purchases from local market. Number 1, medical store. This organization has 6 medical store depots at Mumbai, Chennai, Calcutta, Karnal, Hyderabad and Guwahati, etc. The items manufactured by these depots are purchased by the organization and are subjected to various tests at the testing units in Chennai and Mumbai. It runs on non-profit and non-loss basis. Number 2, Directorate General Supplies and Disposals. DGS and D calls for tenders and places the order. The payment is made only after the verification of inspection report by the indentor on the prescribed performer. Third, direct purchase from the wholesalers or manufacturers. Direct purchases from wholesalers, manufacturers are done following a proper procedure. Materials are then received and stocked at their relevant places under proper storage conditions. Point 4. By inviting tenders. Tenders are invited from various suppliers, and generally the lowest bidder is chosen for supplying the order. However, price and quality both are considered as well. Point 5. Emergency drugs from local market. Items not available at MST, DGS, ND, and any emergency drug which is out of stock can be immediately purchased from local market. For this purchase, form is prepared in duplicate. One copy is sent to the department and other copy is retained in the pharmacy. This avoids the department concerned to be reorder the same item. Journal purchasing procedure. All the specification for items to be purchased is prepared by pharmacist or any other person authorized by him. This form provides the data like description, specification, packing, price, quantity needed, etc. This is sent to the administrative section and then to purchasing department. Several copies of purchase order are prepared. Number 1, a copy of for supplier. Number 2, a copy for account section, a copy for purchase section, a copy for department. Number 5, fifth and sixth copy for concerned receiving department. Number 6, seventh copy as history copy. As the ordered items are supplied by the suppliers, they should be compared with purchase order received and entered in the registered accordingly. Testing of raw materials. The hospital should have own testing laboratory to check whether the raw materials comply with the official standards or not. Following are the standards for purity and potency mentioned in the Indian Pharmacopoeia 1985 1996. Usually strength. Number 1. Usual strength. The strength of a dose form in which drug is usually marketed. Point 2. Description. It is meant for preliminary screening. It gives the properties of an article. Number 3. Odor and taste. Immediately after opening the sample, it should give no odor, for example, odorless. Point 4. Solubility. The following tablets gives the meaning of solubility. As you can see here in this slide, on the right hand side we can approximate quantities of solvents by volume for one part of solute by weight. Dispersive term, very soluble. ये हम बोल सकते हैं कि soluble को क्या बोलते हैं, ज़्यादा घुलनशील कब होता है, लेस देन वन पार्ट. Freely soluble from 1 to 10 parts. Soluble 10 to 30 parts. springly soluble from 30 to 100 parts. Slightly soluble means from 100 to 1000 parts. Very slight soluble 1000 to 10,000 parts. Insoluble or partially insoluble more than 10,000 parts. This is a approximate quantities. Expression of strength. Percentage weight by weight. Weight of active substance in grams per 100 gram of product. Second one is percentage WN weight of active substance in grams per 100 ml of the product. Percentage V by V. Number of ml of active substance in 100 ml of the product. Sixth, limits of impurities. Unit of measurement is parts per million ppm. Solvents. Seventh point, solvents. If solvent name is not indicated, it means solution in water. Distilled water means purified water prepared by distillation, and alcohol means alcohol IP 95%, and ethyl alcohol means absolute alcohol IP grade. Point 8, blank determination. It means same procedure for test or assay is followed, omitting the substance being examined. Point 9, indicators. 0.1 ml, for example 3 drops, unless otherwise stated. Packaging, storage and labeling. Point 10, packaging, storage and labeling. तो कंटेनर्स, लाइट रेजिस्टेंट कंटेनर्स, जो कंटेनर यूज़ करना होगा लाइट रेजिस्टेंट, वेल क्लोज्ड कंटेनर, टाइटली क्लोज्ड कंटेनर, सिंगल डोज कंटेनर एंड मल्टीपल डोज कंटेनर्स. Storage conditions. Cold temperature is 2 degree to 8 degree Celsius, -2 to -8 degree Celsius. Cool 8 degree to 25 degree Celsius. RT, temperature prevailing in working areas. Warm 30 degree to 40 degree Celsius. Excessive heat above 40 degree Celsius. Point 11, assays. Official procedures are given in IP. 12, biological, microbiological assays, tests as specified in Indian Pharmacopoeia. Point 13, analytical methods. Point 1, gravimetric analysis. Point 2, volumetric analysis. Point 3, solvent excretion techniques. Point 4, chromatography. 5, polarography. 6th, flame photometry. 7th, fluorometry. 8th, electrophoresis. So thanks. With this, we had completed our today's topic. I hope you have understand this, go through this. If you have any queries, I am there to help you. Let me know. If you not understand anything, I am there to help you. So in next lecture we will meet again and proceed with the further topic. So thanks and contact me for any queries. Thank you, students.